I'm back at it again. So I came to talk about this thing that we have going on right now, which is getting crazier and crazier, which is these black companies who are selling out to white conglomerates, and then the integrity of their product is completely diminished or just gone straight to trash. And so with that being said, I have to address Miel as a brand and what has been occurring with them. And so at this present time, like, the girlies are coming to this internet and they are coming for Miel. They are in the midst of a legal battle regarding a suit for people who are losing their hair after using their products. And honestly, rightfully so. So this white lady got on God's internet and started using this black product, and boom, yeah, booyah, all the white girlies, all the white community got in on something that the black folks been using for years. Okay, now Miel, I will say this: I started to use Miel like in the height of COVID, right? And I will say I really like the product. But I was never a consistent user. I'm not gonna be like over here like I was consistent, but I will say that the leave-in conditioner serum that they had, I really liked it. I felt like it helped my hair to grow. I also felt that it really revitalized my scalp, right? I even used it on my sister's boyfriend or sister's fiance's hair, and I think he loved it. He loved the smell of it. He loved the feeling of it, right? But I had to tell him to discontinue because you ain't gonna have your hair lost because of me. So that being said, I really think it's important that we address the topic of the sellout. Okay. And so these companies, these conglomerates, they see that this white girl got on this internet. She like it got viral. All the white folks was buying out Miel, and then booyah, Procter and Gamble or P&G was like, hey, they came to more offer. They came to Miel with the offer, and they sold out. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know all of the ins and outs of their agreement with P&G, but what I do know is that the company was sold to P&G as the major producer and manufacturer of the product. When you do stuff like that and you have a major factory involved, there are going to be they're going to change the product, especially the pink people. They are going to change the product. They're going to water it down. They're going to add different chemicals. They're going to try to do things. Once this change has occurred and that transfer went down, the product diminished. People started complaining. I started hearing about the issues in April, right? We are now in September, and they have a suit. They are in the midst of a suit. So that lets you know that the product is not doing what it's supposed to do, because it's not like one or two people. There are numerous people on this internet with literal testimonials and like evidence of their hair falling out. Now, Miel is, I think that's a hard thing to prove, but if someone is saying that they're exclusively using a product and their hair is falling out, I think it's most likely valid. Now, what I will say is this: the CEO of Miel got on God's internet, and like literally, I watched like a piece of the live that she posted or that she had, in which she said, like, we sponsored like HBCUs, we're the sponsor of the WNBA, we sponsor athletes. And I'm just like, girl, like, nobody cares about that. Why are you not talking about the product? Why are you not talking about what happened? Why are you not taking any accountability? The reality is that these suits are coming about after you transferred ownership to some other company. It doesn't matter what your stake was. It doesn't matter that you're involved. I'm still involved. Who cares if you're still involved? Because right now you're not involved enough. Now, here's the bigger issue that no one is addressing. Right? In the United States, with the exception of California, you do not have to let people know the toxic chemicals that are in hair products. I'm not talking about food. It's not the FDA. It is not a Food and Drug Administration. In hair products, California is like one of the only states that requires you to let someone know if there are any toxic chemicals within a product. So that being said, P&G could have put whatever in the product, and that's what's causing the hair to change. The reality is, prior to this, people were using Miel, and we were always like, whoop diddy whoop. Once that white girl got on this internet and was like, how her hair is growing and it feels so great, it went viral. The marketing went viral, and you got your offer, and it was more money, more problems. Okay? And so what ended up happening is the integrity of the product was lost, period. And so we have to address the fact that every time, it's not every time, but a lot of the time when you sell out, and here's the thing, you got to do what's best for you. I get it, I understand, but this is also a business. And I think that what's happening nowadays when it comes to business is people are so focused on the money aspect that they're not thinking about the consumer. They're not thinking about all the other aspects that occur. Where is the integrity of your business? The whole point of this product was to help people grow their hair and to have a product that is good for hair. Everybody loved Mia. I even loved it. Right? I ain't touching it because I want to keep the hair that I do have. So that being said, I think it's so important that at this point in time, like, you really think about your brand and think about the people you're servicing, not just the money that you're making, because it wasn't as if Mia wasn't doing well. Instead of allowing the market to do what it did from that person, from that white person in the white community entering in the chat, you decided to just like, I'm gonna get more money. I'm gonna sell it out, right? And you're saying she got on this internet talking about how, oh, the product's still the same. Da, 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 da. Well, if it was still the same, why are people losing their hair? Why? Okay. And then you have companies like Aunt Jackie's. I love me some Aunt Jackie's, but people are finding bugs in their Aunt Jackie's. There's like all of these different testimonials of people saying that they're finding bugs and stuff in the Aunt Jackie's. What did Aunt Jackie do? Sell out to a conglomerate. All of these companies, and then you have the companies who pretty much act as if they are Black companies, but they really are not, and they're owned by different people who are catering or trying to cater to black people, but they don't even care or like for black people. So, case in point, Eben. Case in point, Cream of Nature. Case in point, Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture sold out again. They were another sold out. Their product, as someone who used to use Shea Moisture, and I'm not saying their product their product doesn't have the problems that Miel does, but Shea Moisture, Carol's Daughter sold out. They all sold their companies out to conglomerates once they started to make a profit in the Black community. And so it's like, sometimes I feel like you can't have nothing. You're always selling out, right? Even Fenty Beauty went over the CFO. She chose a white person. Rihanna chose a white person. Let's just be real with it. So the point here is this. Now, I will say this. Fenty kept its integrity, okay? Rihanna's still involved in her product. And I'm not saying that Rihanna's any better, but I'm just saying it seems like the integrity of Fenty has maintained its standard. But these other companies, it's not the same. I can say that Shea Moisture, although Shea Moisture, their products are continuously evolving, it's not the same. And when I say it's not the same, the quality of it is not what it used to be, right? And you can tell, and I don't feel like it works for everybody. Whereas you had some things that worked for everybody across the board. And so what I'm saying is that stop selling out. One, that's for the people who have Black companies. Stop selling out. It's just greed. Like, it's like enough is never enough. And then the second thing, and I'm not saying that you can't be ambitious and you can't want to grow, but why can't you do it on your own? Or why can't you move up within the Black community? Why do you have to sell out to others outside of your community, right? Why people don't do that? And then we have the other component, which is companies that are like pretending that they are Black companies, but they're not, and they're supposed to be catering to Black people, but they don't even like Black people. Even how they treat their Black workers, horrible, and then lie about it. And there's so much proof that they do it because there's more than one person complaining. Then you have other companies who don't even hire Black people, but they are, pretty much they're promoting everything towards us so they can take our money, but yet they don't even, it's racist in general, right? And so I'm not out here because I'm not over here trying to fight, I'm fighting racism. Racism is not going anywhere. I'm not over here about colorism. I could care less, because at this day and age, like, I'm not saying that we can't change things, but I'm not over here fighting for justice and for people's, whatever. What I'm saying is certain things in the Black community, like, let us have something, and don't be a sellout. Don't be a sellout, period. Don't be a sellout. Literally, I'm not saying that you can't share your things with other communities, but like, maintain the integrity of your product, maintain the integrity of your brand, and keep it Black. Keep it Black. That's the point. Keep it Black. Let us have something and keep it. Okay? because it just seems like nobody cares. And then when things go wrong, you don't take any accountability, but you have to take accountability because you went wrong. More money, more problems, and you have more problems now because you should have stayed the way it was. And it's not. And that's the point. Deuces.